Hey guys, I don't know how good the connection is going to be, and I didn't announce this, and so it is very last minute, but I wanted to hop on and just share with you guys where I am, and we'll see if anybody ends up joining us. I had put this out on Twitter and Instagram. By the way, hey guys, it's Jen. The wind is really bad out here, and I'm trying not to film other people's children. Hey Laura, thanks for being here. Because you guys know I don't like to do that, but that's really hard to not film other people's kids when you're in Newport Beach on the beach. Hey, Weekly Wit is here, Robin's here, AG Historical Dolls. It's so good to see you guys. We are having a phenomenal beach day today. I'm not able to probably describe it adequately, but the waves are perfect. The sun is perfect. Caroline, thank you so much. Susan, hey, can I please pretend I'm in the beach instead of anything else I'm supposed to be doing? Yes, that's why I came on, because I know that sometimes when I'm having a rough day and have had many, many rough days at work, that I would have loved a few minutes at the beach. So I thought you guys could just pretend that you're here with me. Hi from Redlands. Oh, Debbie, I'm so glad you're here. Oh, Freddie's here. That's awesome. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. I do have Super Chat on, and if that's a way you'd like to support the channel, I always appreciate that. Also, know you guys can always go visit my Patreon page where I am Jem LaForge and find out more, including getting my weekly podcast. So if you just hopped on, give this video a big thumbs up. What I want to talk about today, and if you're not following me on Instagram and Twitter, you may not know that I did this, but I actually bought a Disneyland annual pass last week, which I am a little stunned about. Oh, Madison, thank you so much. Yes, we are doling out vitamin C today in large quantities. I've just been, it is just, they're not always this perfect, the beach days, you know. I mean, sometimes it's cloudy or overcast or whatever, but it's not even hot. And Scott's got, Sean Patrick, thank you for your very generous super chat. That is so appreciated. I cannot even tell you. Sean Patrick, you are always so generous with the channel, and I so appreciate your support. There's so much like sandcastle building going on behind me, but I did want to share with you guys why I made the decision to buy a Disneyland annual pass, which is something I never thought I would do. And the Premier Pass, which you may have heard about, is the Disneyland and Walt Disney World Pass. It's like $1,900, and so I knew that that didn't really work for me. But when they had a little button on the Disneyland website, you know, as people are wont to do. Todd, thank you so much. I will take that belated birthday. It was such a fun day, and the party goes on, clearly. It said that I could upgrade to the annual pass for $240. And I was like, you know what, $240, really? That seemed like almost too good to pass up. Now, the thing is with the Flex Passport is that you do have a lot of blockout days. And Freddie says, that's not a beach. I go to Galveston beaches. The water is supposed to be brown. Yeah, Christy. Oh yeah, it's cold in Australia because it's wintertime for you. So yes, Christy, I am bringing you the beautiful beach. And you know, for $240, the pass that I got is, yes, there are a lot of blackout dates, but it did work with my schedule. And so I was really excited about all of that. And I just thought, you know what, I definitely can plan at least one more trip out here. So yeah, so you guys are going to be seeing a lot more from me from Disneyland in California. I'm hoping to get back here at least 2 to 3 more times in the next 12 months. And it's one of those places, you guys knew if you watched my Disneyland videos how much I adore it. And I think I even forgot how much I adore it before I got there. So hope to see you in Disneyland soon. I live in Arizona and try to make it there often. Yes, Arizona is where, so I lived in California for 8 years growing up, just not, we're like 2 miles from there right now. In fact, Huntington Beach, where I grew up, is just right over here. And then we spent 15 years of my childhood in Scottsdale, Arizona. So I was out here a lot. The whole time I was in high school and all of that. So where we're renting our house We are at the in Newport Beach. We are on the peninsula part of Newport Beach, which is it's very family friendly here, as you can see behind me. There's tons of kids running around. There's also a big surf school that happens here, so we've been watching the surfers do their surf school thing every morning. Thank you, R. Walter. I did have a beautiful birthday. Thank you. We went to Pageant of the Masters last night. You guys have never heard of Pageant of the Masters? So it is oft mocked, okay? Bob's Burgers did a bit about it. Oh, hey, Jenna's here. Thank you, Jenna. Somebody else did a spoof on it. Gilmore Girls, thank you. Scotty's here. He doesn't want to be in the frame, but he's right there. No soup for you, he said. He's got his shirtless beach look on, but I'd be fine with it, but he's not into it. And so who else made fun of it? Who else was I saying made fun of Bob's Burgers? Not Bob's Burgers, made fun of Pageant of the Masters. Oh, Curb Your Enthusiasm did it. Will's here too. I have my whole posse. But when you get there and you see it, it really is cool. So what they do is they act out, different masterpieces of artwork. And last night's theme was the time machine. And they had lasers and they had a live orchestra. And it's really hard to get tickets. I think I bought the tickets. When, Scotty? January I bought those tickets? So the fact that we were all able to be out here and do it, it was just amazing. So today, what have we done so far? We went for
Nothing.
No, we've done stuff.
Nothing.
We went for a 4-mile walk,
Yeah.
and we had Eggos, and we only have.
And Eggos and Chips Ahoy for breakfast.
We had Eggos and Chips Ahoy for breakfast, and then did we eat all the Hava chips?
Have chips are gone.
Where's the bag though? I want to show them the bag. So there's this company called Hava chips that we can only buy here. We used to buy them on Amazon. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh. So I used to be able to buy them on Amazon. They are like, yes, I agree, Breakfast of Champions. Oh, I also had leftover birthday cake. They're like, they have a little bit of a soy taste in them. They're so good. Okay, and maybe off topic, but I wanted to ask you a question. I heard you mention one time before my center flying, about Lyft. Okay, so did you say that was for Disney World? Because if you're doing transportation in Disney World, from the airport. I like Orlando Transportation by Mike. Of course, if you're staying on property, you can do Magical Express for free. Orlando Transportation by Mike is a lot quicker, and I love them. Definitely tell them that I sent you. And they are about the same price as Lyft or Uber. They actually have set pricing from the airport. So all of the transportation options are similar in price. And I love Orlando Transportation by Mike because they will pick you up from baggage claim. So there's none of that like Uber and Lyft stress of where am I meeting my driver and where is my driver and whatever. Todd, thank you so much. Birthday treat from me. Maybe treat yourself to some churros or a wine. Todd, that means so much to me. And I always love, Todd, I forget where you are from, but it came up in pound or in euros. And I love it when it I think, is that euros or pounds? I think it's euros. Anyway, that always makes me feel very dramatic when it comes up in non-American money. I feel so fancy. So yeah, someone else just popped on here and said they love Orlando Transportation. It's pounds. Okay, so then he's in the UK. Well, I'm so glad. I feel dumb now that I was confused on that, but oh well, I feel dumb pretty regularly, so I'm used to it.
He could be in Gibraltar.
He could be in Gibraltar. Valid point. Todd, you're in Manchester. I knew that Todd was in Manchester. And do you like how I pronounce it Manchester and not Manchester? I know stuff, Todd. I may not know that symbol was pounds, but I know how to pronounce Manchester. Jenna, can you pick up the waves? I wasn't sure if you guys would be able to hear it, but isn't that amazing? I know. I've just been sitting here. Scott set up my umbrella for me. So I've got my book. I haven't read as much of it. I don't know if you guys have read this. I'm on like the second chapter. I'm actually liking, so this is the second part of the Crazy Rich Asians series. Thank you, Todd. I knew you would appreciate that. Cheers. And I'm on the second chapter. I'm liking this one even better than Crazy Rich Asians. So loving how chilled you are. Yeah, Shelly, I'm not sure that I get more chilled than I am right now. I'm wearing my rash guard, which is for those of you that worry about like I do when you're out in the sun and you're constantly putting on sunscreen, these rash guards, this one's from Land's End, they like change your life. I don't know what that has to do with me being chilled, other than you don't know. I didn't make a good.
No, I don't worry about it.
You don't wear. Yeah.
Remember, I'm a natural
Scott is saying, Scott, I have a peanut gallery back here. Do you want to be in the video?
Absolutely
Because if
not.
you don't want to be in the video, then stop cracking wise over there. I have the headphones. They can't hear you, turkey. That husband. Land's End rash guards for life. Susan, do you know what a big deal it is not to have to put on sunscreen every 15 minutes or feel like my skin is burning or walk on the beach? It's amazing. I absolutely love it. It's a game changer for me. So if you didn't give this video a big thumbs up yet, make sure you guys go ahead and do that. I would greatly appreciate it. I did a really, here's a turkey. Thank you, Jenna. Jenna says you're a turkey.
I'm a natural bronze.
He keeps saying he's a natural bronze. Yeah, Todd, I would tell him to come be in the video, but he's the one who didn't want to do it. So anyway, it's driving me crazy. When your skin is basically transparent. Yeah, that's me. I have two conditions. I have completely pale and burned and peeling. So these are from Land's End. They usually have a really good sale going on in July. So you can also get them on Amazon. I'll try to see if I can find a few and put them in my Amazon storefront when I get back to the house. Because I'm telling you, I have them in like 3 different colors, and especially for your shoulders. And I won't say any more about that. I won't go on and on, but yeah, so that's the thing. And then tonight we meant to go to Ruby's yesterday. For those of you that have never been to Newport Beach, Ruby's is a very iconic, look at that little toddler. You can't see his face, so I can point out how adorable he is. Ruby's is a really iconic place that's over at the end of the pier that has really good burgers. So we meant to go there yesterday, but I don't know what happened. We got lazy yesterday. Oh, you had to go to the Apple store.
Yeah.
For Will's new iPhone, but Will got a new iPhone, so that happens. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And shakes, yes, Alyssa. Why do you think Scott LaForge is so amazing about the shakes? Okay, so yeah, you guys asked about my towels. So here are the towels, the Dock and Bay towels that I showed in my shopping haul. That's so funny. I happen to have one right here. So you can see how thin they are, and they just are really, really lightweight. And also because they're so lightweight, when it's windy like this, you can just put a little bit of sand on the corners and they hold up great. And then I've also got, this is that blanket that I have in my Amazon storefront with the stakes on the corners. So it's kind of nice because you kind of have a sand. They're burying a child. Yesterday, you guys, there was a, hi Ann, I'm so glad you're here. There were these siblings that were supposed to be watching their toddler sibling. They were just having a ball, and they dug a hole for him and stuck this toddler in the hole and gave him his sand toys, and his head was sticking out with his little hat. And I was cracking up because they kept coming over saying, "You okay, buddy?" Like they were checking on him, but I was like, that is the most genius way. Why did we never just dig holes and stick the twins in holes on the beach? I don't know why we didn't think of that. We used to wear ourselves out on the beach. So yeah, one thing I don't miss, I miss them being little, but I don't miss chasing toddlers around on the beach. Do you miss that, Scotty? No. I mean, I
didn't do it either.
He just said he didn't do it either. So Todd says, I was just looking at the Dock and Bay website the other day. It came up on my Insta. Yeah, so I have had, oh, hey, Mike. Hey, Margie. I have had Dock and Bay towels now. I first bought them for our trip to Hawaii. When did we go to Hawaii, Will? 3 years ago? When did we go to Hawaii? Oh, you have your earbuds in. 3 years ago. And I've told you guys this in the shopping haul. Do not use, hey, Mini Getaways, good to see you. Do not use dryer sheets or fabric softener. But these things, this towel has been washed and dried a million times because I use it at Lifetime. I use it everywhere. And I have to show you, like if you didn't want to fold it all up, it just balls up. And my favorite thing about it is that it dries off so quickly. So that makes me really happy. Coral is texting me about her son's senior pictures. I'll have to text her back in a minute. Oh, I remember that. That's a lot of stress going into senior year, Coral. I know you'll watch this later. So I miss the cuteness, but enjoy the relaxation more. Disney Traveler, that is such a great way to put it. Like just coming out here, or like even going back to the house, right? Like Matt was out here with us and they were all in the ocean, and then he went back by himself, and you can just kind of plan your day in such a more, it's so much more relaxed. And I feel really blessed because our boys, you know, as long as we keep paying for it, they keep coming out. So we already have plans to come out here again in August. So that's really fun. Myron says, just wanted to say hi from California and a big thank you, Jen. Just got back from Disney World and used a lot of your tips. Oh, I'm so glad, Myron. I missed like the very last part of that because it scrolls through my screen way too quickly. But that always makes me so happy, you guys, when one of you tells me that you were able to have a great trip and that I helped in any small way. So always make sure you guys reach out, ask me your questions, because I love to be able to help. Todd, I leave on Saturday, and I'm telling you, I got to go back to, 90-degree temps and 90% humidity in Atlanta, and I don't want to go back. It's been, Todd, I think it's actually quite a bit. You guys have had such hot weather in Manchester that, is it still really, really hot there, or has it, settled down a little bit? But it's been actually chilly here. Today's the first full sun day we've had, which that doesn't bother me at all because I love that. I love having a little bit of overcast and just feels like a fun beach day to me. But it's only 72 degrees. And I think the high today is 74, and it's been in the low 60s at night. The house that we have doesn't have air conditioning, and I think I shared with you guys I was a little worried about that before the trip. Needn't have been. With the coastal breeze coming through and the windows open, you really just don't need it. So that's been amazing. I may go to Disneyland in the morning, which seems a little ridiculous to say. I'm kind of trying to decide. Yeah, Matt, I heard that it was really humid. Todd says I have a fan on in my room. Hot for us in Manchester is probably cold for you guys. Yeah, it could be. Although I know that it has been, it's been in the 80s. So you'll have to go look that up, what that is Celsius. But Jenna, the only reason I may not, oh, is it storming where you are, Eric? Wow. Yeah, no storms here. We don't have a cloud in the sky. Hey, Mark, glad you're on here. Disney Traveler says, training for the 5 and 10K marathon weekend, and I feel like a turtle. I hope I can get faster before then. You know what I would say? Just get the miles in, spend the time on your feet. It's going to be a great day. Adrenaline is going to kick in, and just work towards being faster than that 16 mile per hour pace, and everything else is gravy. So no worries on that front at all. I need to start. I've run here twice since we got here, and I'm going to run again in the morning. I did a kind of a longish run for where I am right now in my training. I did 4.5 miles on the boardwalk, which I'm going to see if I can I turn around and show you guys? Here, I'll show you where the boardwalk is. So there's where the boardwalk is, and that running trail is really long and completely flat as a pancake, and first thing in the morning. It's been so amazing. It's even hot and humid in Traverse City, Michigan area. Wow. Well, I think that we picked the right week to be in California for sure. So I have... I
think it's Traverse City.
Traverse City? Not Traverse like my car? It was spelled Traverse like my car. He doesn't want to be on, and then he mocks me.
I'm not mocking you.
No, you're mocking me. So if I can pronounce it Traverse City, why'd they call my car a Traverse then and not a Traverse?
It's not because it's some city in Michigan, though.
I'm not sure if you guys can tell that I'm giving him side eye. Heat advisory in Milwaukee. Yuck.
I was just in Milwaukee.
The people are calling for you. Okay, you put your shirt on now. You have to be seen. Hold on.
I don't have to.
Yes, I'm going to put you on.
I don't want to be on.
You have cracked wise one too many times. There he is, everyone. Scott LaForge. There you go. They can't hear you because I have the microphone. What he's saying, you guys can't tell what he's saying, but what he's saying is, I am so lucky to have married Jennifer. Wow, what a lucky guy am I. Is that what you're saying, honey?
That's what I'm saying.
And I think you also said that I get a present later, and we are going to go to Fashion Island and go shopping, right?
I'm going to find something.
Todd says he can hear you.
Oh, okay.
We won't tell him that, though. Sandra's laughing at you. She thinks you're funny. I always feel like I was in the middle of saying something. Oh, well, whatever it wasn't important.
I was trying to shame you from...
Oh, that's right. Oh, now you're going to go back to mocking me about Traverse City? Anyway, I feel that I'm fine pronouncing that however I want because I've never heard of it until right now. So we will look it up and we'll figure it out. And I bet I'm right. Goodness sakes. Todd, love how Will is just tanning the background while mom and dad are in the shade. It's pretty much the way that it's working. Yeah, he's got his earbuds in. He can't hear a word that we're saying. So, hey, Tampa Jay, it's so good to see you here. If you guys are not following Tampa Jay's channel, he has a fantastic channel. He does Disney, but he does a lot of other stuff as well. So, Disney traveler off to drive child number 2 to work. Oh yes, the summertime work of a mom chauffeur is never done. Well, I hope you have a safe drive all around. Let's see, EJ is also watching from Milwaukee. I think I'll take the heat advisory over what happens in the winter. That's the thing about California is like the summers are great and the winters are great. Oh yeah, Scott was in Milwaukee last week.
It's real nice.
Tampa Day, yes, I'm so glad you're loving the beach. Yeah, it's just nice when you can have a nice day at the beach, right? And I know some of you that's not in the cards for you this summer. There's been a lot of summers for me that's not in the cards. So maybe if you want, you can mute me and you can just watch the waves coming in. That might be the way to go. Liz Cashman's in the house. Hi, Liz Cashman. Todd says, I really want to vlog my September trip. Any tips for starting out? So here's what I would say about if you want to start a vlog. And Liz is on here now and Tampa Jay is on here. I think that you would both agree with me. Just start. Do your homework. Definitely do some work ahead of time. But at some point, you've got to just pick up that camera and then you have got to publish something. And I must have said this. I think I said this on my last live stream too, but I really noticed at VidCon how many creators I met that were just aspirational. They've never put out a video. And your first 5 videos are going to be horrible, and just accept it. If you go watch my first 5 videos, if you go watch Liz Cashman's first 5 videos, if you go watch if you go watch Tim Tracker's first 5 videos, it takes a minute. And the only way you learn how to YouTube is to do YouTube. Yeah, Jay is right. Just do it. Start simple. Start with your phone. I'm doing this on my phone right now. Honestly, it goes to watch first 5 videos. No, seriously, Todd. And if they're not bad, then whoever that creator is took them down because they didn't want to be vulnerable and let the world know that it's hard. So I really think that the knowledge part of it, and this is what I noticed at VidCon, the knowledge part of being a YouTube creator is pretty easy to obtain. There's a million YouTube videos, you can figure it out pretty easily, but the courage to put it out there into the world is a lot of people just don't take that next step. So I would say just do it. It's a great creative outlet. I think most of us started for fun. A few of us have started doing it as a business, but if it wasn't still fun for me, honestly, I wouldn't be doing it. I mean, honestly, I wanted to bring you guys to the beach with me today, and because I couldn't put you all in the car and bring you down here, and you wouldn't fit in my teeny tiny 600 square foot beach house. So this is how I could do this with you guys. So anyway, Todd, and not only that, the memories that you'll have for yourself is really fun, because I go back and rewatch my trip videos all the time. So yeah, definitely worth doing. Beth, thank you so much for your generous super chat. I just got my camera delivered today that I purchased from your Amazon storefront. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 2 things I'm going to say mahalo about, because evidently I speak in Hawaiian when I'm in Newport Beach. Number 1, thank you for using my Amazon storefront, because as you guys know, I get a tiny commission from Amazon, and that really goes a long way towards helping the channel. And secondly, Beth, thank you for that generous super chat. That $10 goes a long way towards helping me with the channel, towards being able to bring you guys great videos and all of that. So thank you for that wonderful super chat. You guys are always so generous with me across the board, and I've said it a million times. I really, at some point, I keep thinking I'm going to have to go back to a traditional job, but because of your generosity and the way that you support the channel, I just don't know that I'll be able to continue this when and if that has to happen. So as the gap year just goes on and on, all of that means a lot to me. So thank you. Hey, Steven, good to see you on here. I'm probably only going to stay on for about another 5 minutes or so. Scott actually went back to the house. Good to see you, Stephen. And that's one thing I love about renting a beach house is you can just, I mean, it's a block and a half. We can just pop over there when you get tired or whatever. Sherry, you're at Old Key West. Oh, I'll be there in September. I check into Old Key West on September 14th. And then I will be at, I'll be there for 3 nights, and then I'll be at Coronado Springs and the new tower for 3 nights. And I cannot wait. It's going to be so fun. So that's why there was no input from him. Yeah, exactly. With what I was saying, yeah, he went back inside. I check in the day before. You check in the day before I do. I get there on the 15th. Well, Todd, I'll be there. I'm assuming since you're coming all the way from Manchester, you're going to be out for a while, a couple weeks. So you need to definitely, we'll see if we can connect. That would be awesome. So no, I'm not doing, I figured you were there for 2 weeks. As the good Brit that you are, that's what you have to do. So Todd, definitely when you're down there, make sure you watch my Instagram stories and we'll see if we can't, I mean, if you want to meet me. I love how I was like, he made me like, you're crazy. I don't want to meet you, crazy lady from Atlanta. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Who is this? Okay, good. Thanks, Todd, for helping. Todd saving my ego over there. Okay, good. Ding. So we'll go with that. But I'm not doing wine and dine this year because I'm currently signed up for, yes, for sure, drinks at Food and Wine. I love it. So I should say, I will be there when Food and Wine starts. I think you were talking about Wine and Dine the race. So for Wine and Dine the race, I'm doing Marathon Weekend this year, Princess Weekend this year, and Star Wars half this year. And it just was a lot. I had intended to do fewer runs this year, especially since I just found out I have no cartilage in my right knee, but you know, whatever. Doctor's like, it's like, well, I have no cartilage in my right knee. He's like, nope. He's like, we stage osteoarthritis from 1 to 4, 4 being the worst, which means it's basically bone on bone and you're a 4. And I'm like, well, do I need to stop running? And he's like, I don't know. How bad does it hurt? I'm like, it doesn't. It hurts a little bit. He's like, well, then don't worry about it. And then when you're ready, we'll replace your knee. Okay. Well, if you're not worried about it, I'm not going to worry about it. I have a friend, Melinda Howard. She's actually an ultra marathoner. And she went to her doctor because her feet were hurting. And she's got it in her feet, and it's the same way. There's like no cartilage, and he told her the same thing. He's like, yeah, as long as you can manage the pain, you can keep running. So I love it. We'll just, yesterday I went for my run, and this guy was like, every step hurts, and I'm like, I have no cartilage in my right knee. Yay! But it's all good. So that was a long way to get around to saying Wine and Dine was just a bridge too far. This was supposed to be a cutback year for me with running, and it's just not. But I'm feeling better than I ever have with my running. And yesterday I went for my traditional, I try to run 1 mile as fast as I can always on my birthday. And I'll probably do like a whole run day Monday where I talk about this. And I was able to do it in 9 minutes and 3 seconds. So I was like, you know what? I've been running for now, I'm on my 11th year, 49 years old, and I can run a mile fairly comfortably in 9 minutes and 3 seconds. I'm like, ding, you know what? I'm gonna go with pretty good. We're gonna be proud of ourselves for that. So what else before I'll log off? Any questions from anybody? Any comments? You guys, I will show you, if you can see, is there a medal challenge for doing every run in Disney event in a year? You know what? There isn't. Can you guys see the pier down there? There is not, although there should be. And I have done that 1 year, except for the 1 year I did all the races except for Paris. And I'm doing that in 2020. Mike, I did not, but I have ridden the Monsters, Inc. ride many, 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 many times. When my boys were little, they were a little obsessed with it. So we skipped it, just ran out of time the day that would have worked. So do I have TSA pre-check? Oh, yes. I 100% have TSA pre-check. I actually have global entry, which TSA pre-check is included with global entry, and I love it. Especially as often as I am out of the country, when you come back in and all you have to do is scan and have them take your picture, it is a game changer. And I know, you know, a lot of my friends from the UK that come in, or if you don't have global entry, it can just take a minute. I wish I had an ability to get like global entry when I go into the UK, because that always takes flipping forever. But yeah, here's my tip for going into the UK as a US citizen. Make sure you use the ladies' room before you get in that line, because it takes a minute. But anyway. All right, you guys, this has been so fun. I have loved having you with me to hang out on the beach. Thank you again to those of you who did super chat. Oh, I can answer this. How early should I be in the Orlando airport with TSA pre-check? I always get to Orlando 2 hours ahead of my flight, just because I'm kind of a fretful traveler and there can be delays. So 2 hours with TSA pre-check, 2 hours and maybe 15 or 20 minutes if you're checking a bag. So thank you, Liz Cashman. You guys make sure you check out Liz's channel. Thanks for being here. This was super fun. Todd, thanks for being here all the way from Manchester. And I hope you enjoyed being at the beach with me. Love you guys. Be good to each other.